Hello, this is Storm Dragon 420, and today I wanted to talk to you about the differences between Xbox One S and the One X. In my opinion, the One S has merits on its own. It is a good console. Um, an internet connection is meant, a must for anything. Don't do it like some that I've heard that use their mobile hotspot on their phone to get an internet connection. It's a good way to go, but a connection through an Ethernet cable is better. The One X has better graphics, better processor, but they both play Blu-ray. And Blu-ray is the way to go for some things. Movies, on other consoles as well. Anyway, a huge shout out to Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo for all their different consoles they've come out with. Each one has a great way of entertaining the masses. Let's see. Xbox One X has got HDR, so does the S. Higher processor, higher graphics card for the Xbox One X, and they're both good machines. You have to make the decision for yourself as to whether or not you're satisfied with just a Xbox One X or Xbox One S. You have to decide whether or not you really want to purchase one. Then once you've purchased one, set it up. It takes time, but be patient. You'll be able to set it up just fine. And once you get it set up, you'll be able to see. You'll be able to play games on it. Games are not like the Xbox 360. With the 360, you could at least install a game and play it. You could play it anyway from the disc itself. You don't really need to install it on the 360 like you do with the Xbox One S or the Xbox One X. Simply put, if you want either console, you have to be willing to put forth the money for the console. Both consoles are worth having in your library or in your game room, but you have to make the ultimate decision whether or not you want to put it in your game console library of consoles that you have on in your room. The PlayStation 4 Pro I've seen on YouTube, as far as the Spider-Man themed, that would be nice. That would be nice to have. But I don't believe that Xbox, Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo owes me anything. I'm just merely wanting to test some consoles out and give my honest opinion on what I thought was the best points of it and what was the worst points of it. Every console that's ever been purchased and put in a game library has its own merits in the way that you play it, understand it, and overall enjoy it. Nintendo Switch, I've heard, is a excellent system. Like I said, a huge shout out to Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft for each of your flagship consoles. They are the best out there. I would love to test each one of those consoles. So, Microsoft, if you're listening, I would like to test out your Xbox One X myself and determine for myself what I think the good points is and the bad points is, and I would reveal that to my next video. Like I said, with Sony, the PlayStation 4 Pro with the Spider-Man theme is excellent. I've heard many good things about the game itself and the console itself, looking really sharp, pristine. I don't remember exactly what the Crimson Red, I think is Crimson Red, or it is a very interesting color that they picked for the Sony PlayStation 4 Pro with the Spider-Man theme. They have basically nailed it on that one. The God of War themed, all the themed PlayStation 4 Pros, they've nailed it on the way it is. Anyway, the Nintendo Switch, it's a great console. I've heard many good things about it, and I think that each one of these consoles, if you had it in your possession, you would play it to the max. You would play it because it's an enjoyable thing to do, and it's a good way to pass the time for many things. So in conclusion, sorry, a little thirsty. So in conclusion, each one of these consoles are good. They're worth having. So make your decision based on what you can afford, and make the decision that you want for each of the consoles on which one you really want. It's all a matter of how much you can afford. If you can afford only the Nintendo Switch, then get the Nintendo Switch. If you can afford the PlayStation 4 Pro, get the PlayStation 4 Pro. If it's the Microsoft Xbox One X, Scorpio Edition, or the other version, get that. It is ultimately up to you as to what you want to get. As always, this is Storm Dragon 420 signing off for now, with a little reminder that play for fun. Remember, play for fun. Games are fun. They're not worth getting upset over. I know, I've been there myself. So, in conclusion, this is Storm Dragon 420 signing off.